Hello and good morning, my dear kids. This is your teacher of English, Shaima Imam. We're still in unit number 4, our second lesson of the grammar part. Today we are going to talk about question and exclamation. So don't forget that our unit title or our story title, let's look at shadow. So let's start now. Question. Do you remember? A question is when you ask about something. A question begins with a capital letter and it ends with a question mark. A question can be with what, where, when, why, how, and this kind of question called as W and H question. Or maybe it starts with a verb or auxiliary verb especially, and this kind of questions called as yes or no questions. What does this mean? As I mentioned during the summer course, and I told you to keep it in your mind, do you remember? When I ask you, starting with one of the W and H questions, mark, where or what, who, when, or how, this means that I need a full answer or an answer with a full sentence. Like, where is the chocolate? So I'm asking you, where is the chocolate? Maybe you answer me with, here is it, or I ate it, or it's not here. So you are answering me with a full sentence or with a full answer. But when I ask you, are you happy? When the question starts with one of the auxiliary verbs, I answered starting with yes or no. Excellent. Yes or no. Are you happy? If you are happy, you will say, yes, I'm happy. If you are not happy, you will say, no, I'm not. We use questions when we want to find an answer to something. Remember to always use a question mark with a question. What mean by W and H? Do you remember? W and H questions, they are words which we can use them starting with the question. Yes or no, another type of questions. Let's see this together. What are the W and H words? They are like who, what, when, where, why, and how. We call them by W and H words or W and H question because most of them start with the two letters W and H. Just we have only how is the one which is not starting with W and H, but it's one of them, one of the group of the W and H question. When I ask you or when the question start with one of them, I need a full sentence or a complete answer. Don't start the answer with yes or no. But we have to know that we are using where to ask about place. Like, where's my bag? I can say that it's in your room or it's on your bed or where is your home? So I'm asking about place using where. Where was she? She was at the cinema. So the at the cinema is a place. And what about how? How is always explaining a process, or the answer explains a process. How do you brush your teeth? So I need you to show me the way you brush your teeth. How do you make a snowman? So I'm asking for this consequencing or the sequencing of doing the snowman. How can you do this in steps? So when I ask using how, I need a process. How was the party? The party was amazing. Who? We are always using the word who to ask about people. Or, do you remember? I'm always using who to ask about the subject. Who are your friends at school? I can say Mike and John are my friends at school. So here I'm asking about Mike and John, they are the subject. Do you remember? So who always asking about the subject, even if the subject is more than one person. What? What always you are using for things or actions. Do you remember if we have the subject of the sentence is a thing, I can't ask using how. I just ask about using what. What are you doing? I'm doing my homework. So you are doing your homework. When? Always it's asking about time or occasions. When does she go to bed? She used to go to bed at 9 p.m. So here we are asking about time or occasion. Like when I ask you, when will be your birthday? So I'm asking about an occasion or an event, which is your birthday. What about the other type of questions? What mean by yes and no or no? It means that the answer should start with yes or no. And what about the question which is asking about this answer? It should start with one of the auxiliary verbs. Do you remember what are the auxiliary verbs? But here we have why. It's asking about reason. Why? It's one of the W and H questions. It's always asking about a reason. Why did you do that? When I ask you, when you do something wrong, why did you do that? Why are you too late? Why you were absent yesterday? So all of these questions, I asked you them because I need a reason. So you have to give me a full sentence. Why do you look tired? I look tired because I didn't sleep well. So when I ask you about by why, you can put the word because in the answer. Like when I ask you why you were absent yesterday, you will answer by because I was tired, because I was sleeping. Examples? For the auxiliary verb, do you go on holiday? Did you go on holiday? I'm asking you, did you go on holiday? You will answer by yes or no. Did you go or not? If yes, you will say yes, I did. If you didn't go, you will say no, I didn't. Okay? Are you dancing? I'm asking you, are you dancing? Your answer will be by yes or no. Can you here see any W of an H question mark, W and H words in this question? No. So you will answer using yes or no. Are you dancing? Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Oh, the second part, it's about the exclamatory sentence. What is the exclamatory sentence? The exclamatory sentence shows strong feelings like I love you. Begins with a capital letter like any sentence and ends with an exclamation mark instead of the period. Like when I'm talking, you can get what I mean from my intonation, from my voice. But when I'm writing for you something, you can't feel it just by using these punctuation marks. So the exclamation mark here is just to express your strong feeling, like I'm so hungry. You can feel this from my voice, but you can't feel it just when I write this sentence. just when I add the exclamation mark. So when I put or when I add the exclamation mark at the end of this sentence, you will feel that I have a strong feeling. I'm so hungry. Another example, finally we can eat. That's why, because we are hungry for a long time and finally the food is done, so now we can eat. When I say this, you can feel it from my intonation. But when I write it, how can you feel that this is my strong feeling? Just when I add the exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Okay, remember the usage and the end marks. Statements are when you tell about something, the sentence or the statement ends with a period. The question are when you ask about something you need for this more details or more instructions. So the question ends in a question mark. The exclamatory sentences are when a sentence shows strong feelings. Exclamatory sentence end with an exclamation mark. So let's read these examples. I'm free. Can you feel it? That I'm so happy. This is expressing my joyful. I'm free. Maybe this is a thief. He is out from jail. So now he is very happy, extremely happy that he is free now. See, he says, I'm free with a strong feeling. Let's check the other example. I treasure you. It means that I'm in love with you. So she is expressing how much she loved you. She actually won. And finally, you are surprised by she actually won. Or maybe you are expressing anger. You are late again. When you are shouting to someone in front of you, you are late again, because he did it before. So all of them, they are expressing strong feelings. Happy birthday, Tom. You are saying this and you are so energetic. Banana slips are best desserts. This is your opinion, but you are in love with this. So you are expressing this by strong feeling. How you can write it? By ending the sentence by an exclamation mark. Or maybe you are feeling pain. Ouch, that hurts. So maybe something is hurting you. So you can say, starting the sentence with, ouch, that hurts. What a beautiful rose. Here you are starting the sentence with one of the WH questions, but here it's expressing that you are extremely loved or wondered by this beautiful rose. So you are saying, what a beautiful rose is this. That was our lesson for the grammar part. Thank you so much.